I was asked to go, I said, no way. I like my job. I like what I'm doing. Why would I want to go to Iraq? And then my kids all left home. Heather went away to college to California. Emptiness syndrome set in. Midlife crisis. I was turning 50. I wanted to feel like I was doing something productive in life. And it's the Corps' #1 mission. The first tour was the hardest. We were surrounded with private security detail team that takes us to our project sites. In 2005, we could actually go to our sites because it was somewhat safe as you can be. That was very scary, exciting, thrilling, shocking. You feel like you're in a movie when it happens because you've got 4 trucks that are armored with 14 people protecting you that will protect you with your life. You go through a town with the sirens blaring. You go down one-way streets the wrong way on sidewalks through the middle of town. They see you coming, they get out of the way. If they don't get out of the way, they get ran over or shot.
When I struggled with it most was when she first left, just knowing she was going into that environment. Once she had been over there for a little while, and we were able to establish regular contact with each other, and email and the phone calls, as long as I could talk to her and kind of feel like I was part of what she was doing over there, then it made me more settled that she was safe, because I knew whenever I was talking to her that when we checked in with each other, that she was in a safe place. Not comfortable by any means, but it was safe.
When I came home, I found out that my job that I loved for 16 years was going to be taken away from me and given to someone else. And I was doing work in Iraq that was very productive. I was building drinking water treatment plants in schools, and very successful in doing that, and I felt like I was really contributing. So I thought, well, let me do it one more time. My second tour was different because, of course, people change and you forget that because there's such a transition of people that come and go. So the people were different. The safety was different because it was getting more dangerous.
The second tour, I really saw that one coming. When she came home from the first tour, I knew that she felt like she had unfinished business over there. She had started a lot of projects, and a lot of the projects that she started were just coming to the point where they were going to see significant milestones. There was still a financial need from our side to finish up some business that we had started. And she just never really settled in. When she came home for the first tour, I knew that she was contemplating that she might go back and try to finish up those projects.
I tried to save some animals at the zoo, and I asked them about the animal rights groups, or, you know, the animal rights, and an Iraqi said to me, well, what do you mean animal rights? We don't even have human rights here, so how do you expect animals to be held? I contacted some people and tried to make that happen. I thought maybe that's why I was sent to Iraq, to help the animals at the zoo. But that didn't happen. I haven't given up, but they're in very small cages. They're not fed well, not given water. It's just very sad to see anything in a cage like that. I'm home on R&R in between the year tour, and I'll be leaving on Tuesday to go back, and then this will be my last tour.
Every time she's deployed, I always build a spreadsheet. When it gets down to the point where she'll be home in about a month, then I'll get a reminder every morning that she'll be home in X number of days.
Today is July 4th. Happy 4th. Last year, 4th of July, I was in Iraq, and it was a very sad day because we didn't celebrate the 4th in Iraq. It was just another day of work. The year before, We had a few night flares go off to make us feel like there were fireworks going on. But holidays, it's best if you just work, because if you don't, then you sit around and think too much. But today is a very happy day with the family and get to play with my flowers. Whenever I think about going back to Iraq, I start feeling a little depressed and withdrawn and start getting into the zone of seclusion, and you have to put this barrier up so that when things happen you don't get excited, you just go with the flow, and it's an everyday occurrence. Mortars go off, the gunfire, explosions. It's just part of life over there. Since this is my third deployment, it's become common for me, so my mind goes into that zone. And I think Heather and my husband can sense it when it starts, because they do the same thing. They go into the zone of being without.
But even being able to interact with family members is not the same as being able to have your mate, my best friend, home with me.
I've had several relationships while I've been there with people for camaraderie, and they come and go. And now I have a really, really good friend who's an Iraqi engineer. His name's Hassan. That's not his real name. They have to be anonymous.
I love her when she laughs. I'm just giving you a really nice feeling.
So he's working with us on projects.
She used to sit here, and I used to sit here and chit-chat all the night and talk about a lot of things, about my life, her family, my family, Iraq.
Hassan calls me his mom, his second mom.
She was my friend, my mom, and I love her very much. I miss her very much, and hopefully I'll see her soon.
I try to help him as much as I can, give him guidance, talk about life, talk about work, talk about working out. I volunteered to be Hassan's sponsor if he wants to come and show him the way of being an American and get his feet on the ground. Their country is so war-torn that it will be years before it's beneficial to anyone there in Iraq. So it would make me feel like maybe that's what I was sent there for, was to meet Hassan and be his sponsor, bring him over here and help make him a productive citizen.